Right, so let's continue. Let's get through these videos and find out a little more about the oldest house and the management team. So let's go through the hotline next. We just finished filling in the last one, the control point. Found a little bit of us in that Trench is quite apparently suspicious of Darling. So
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have
probably.
warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me.
Really?
I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust.
That's a fair assumption.
Find it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion.
Not surprised.
Rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Okay. So apparently some conspiracy things have going on. Interesting. Now, whether that brain cloud is due to actual manipulation just to throw him off, or whether it's just like, I mean, I can imagine that it'd be incredibly draining mentally to actually be like director and have to sort all this stuff out and manage about conspiracies, plotting, all this other stuff. I mean, whether or not he asked for this job, it's still a huge responsibility. So, I mean, you know, there's so much to take on, so, you know, especially with the board just being as, well, mysterious as we've heard it so far, so we got to deal with that. I can imagine you become pretty exhausted pretty quickly, and it's more like a fatigue thing as well as a managing the whole bureau, so let's go to the management team, find out a little bit more about this.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders.
Okay.
Northmore hated my guts for that.
Ah.
But things change when you become director.
True enough.
You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead.
Still had... Oh, okay.
Escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Well, that's what they're there for. So, Tomasi's operations... Darling's, well, research. Marshall is operations. I'm going to make an assumption and say that Salvador is security. That would honestly make the most sense. You know, I mean, for, you know, operations, obviously for all agents and all this sort of stuff, and you know, the only department I have that hasn't been covered yet is security, and I guess that's Salvador, so very critical roles, okay. Proving themselves, okay. So he thinks obviously quite highly, or he's either thinks highly of Marshall, or he has an incredible respect for Marshall. Maybe both, but I'm assuming he's got quite the respect for Marshall because Marshall can read straight through him. Was like, okay, someone who can do it that well deserves my respect, and fair enough, you know. So Northmore is either the direct predecessor or a predecessor, probably the direct predecessor of Trench, I'd imagine. Okay, so it looks like he had a family. Huh. Wow. Okay. Interesting. There was something else I saw in there. Where is it? There was something else in here. I wish I could fast forward this. That would be really useful.
These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better.
There was something in here I missed.
Themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people.
There was something else in there I missed.
Who should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts.
Oh, that's what I was going to mention, yes. Checking my memory. If there's one thing that, in terms of this is something, right, that is even mentioned in the X-Files, right, the program I'm saying here, like reference that Mulder gets told plenty of times by people that he knows or people that he meets and all this that the contact code name called Deep Throat from like the first season, whatever, really gets on really well with Mulder and everything like that. Basically, his contact within State Department and all this sort of stuff for X-Files and cases. And, you know, Mulder can, like, every time he goes through these sorts of things, so people like him, I can't remember his actual name, I'm pretty sure they told you, but anyway, just, but the code name. But Mulder realizes, as he goes on, for the higher-ups, like, you know, that they say, you know, because everyone thinks, oh, you know, it's this void we've got to cover up and all this sort of stuff. And then these people tell Mulder, say, you know, as much as you want everyone to understand what's going on, do you really want to understand what's going on? Do you want to understand what we have to do? What we have to deal with? And yes, I get like this cover-up type thing, but at the same time, it's like, some stuff isn't worth people actually knowing, you know? And it's, you know, like, with all the stuff that happens and the reasons why, and, you know, excuse me, whether it's trials or experiments or whatever type, but, like, what they're doing, where they're doing it, the reasons, and how they're going about it. I mean, if people knew, you know, the darkness and the level of mystery, but the level of danger by proximity, you know, that dark void, like, it's directing up to those really high positions, you know, like a complete truth, and you see, you know, these organizations for, like, people, there's like a shroud. As soon as you get to that place, like, you know, with these department heads, like, they'll know a shit ton of information. And then you get to director, you get to the board and all this sort of stuff. Like, with these sorts of, it gives you an idea of, like, just how much crap, like, this, you see, like, there's this dark void, and you go on top of this, like, you see that what's actually going on beyond that void. It's like, oh my god, there's some serious shit going on in here. And that's like, you know what, there's this dark void, and once again here, like, you actually see the truth, that you see what's really going, you see how things have to be done, and how things either be preserved or taken care of or handled, or correct procedures and the reasons and why, you know. And, you know, he's speaking that sort of truth. It's like, you know, you see this, I know I keep reiterating, but it's like this void, and, you know, for people just, so not everyone always understands this, but, you know, you see that sort of, you know, that veil, and once you cross it, you see what's on the other side. It's like, wait, really? This is what's on the other side? My god, did I really want to know that? Yeah. It's not about this. Ocean View Motel.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days.
Huh.
Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere.
Most likely.
The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation.
Fair enough.
Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel.
Really?
The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us.
Really?
We're all merely guests there.
True enough, I suppose.
Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
So, is he referring to the fact that the board are merely guests in all this, or that, you know, that were guests that were merely at the whim of the board as well? I don't know. I'm not sure how to interpret that, to be honest. I mean, I wonder if he's trying to associate the fact that as mysterious as the board are, even the board are at the whim of, you know, the true you know, there's a really good word I want to use, but I can't remember. But you know, the pure, it's not pure, but you know, just I suppose unprecedented mysteries almost of the Ocean View Hotel, because you know, like they say, like, you know, great veterans only find one key. Does that mean Trench has found more than one, or does that mean that, you know, the board has access to more than one, or, you know, just that the board at their own whim have either they're instructing, or it's just like they seem like they're keys to other places, and I just don't know. I don't know what to take it literally, like the board, as mysterious as they are at the whim of the hotel, or whether, you know, the board is trying to gain access somehow, maybe, to the rest of the doors, and is trying to guide directors through AWEs and all this sort of stuff. I don't know. I'm just not sure how to translate that, you know. We'll see. I suppose that is part of the mystery and all that, but I suppose maybe it's just the way I think as well. It's just like, do I interpret that literally like the board is at the whim of the hotel, or whether it's kind of a, you know, the board's really mysterious, and whether they're both at the, you know, they're both at the whim of each other in a way, in a manner of speaking. So anyway, let's Coming Storm.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger.
What?
It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
I mean, to be fair, when you get to that point of being serving it for that long, you probably start to go a little bit, start to go a certain frail to a certain extent. I mean, that's kind of obvious. So Darling's like his closest friend. Okay, so if I translate that, as in he's got great respect for Marshall's ability to read him. Fair enough. So interesting to hear his thoughts on Tomasi and Salvador, though. Even Artie would be kind of interesting. But, okay, so Star's like his closest ally. Interesting. So what the hell was Darling studying? Interesting. So... Huh. Darling's been studying something that's become a true threat to the Bureau? Maybe so what Darling was studying an an object of power that's like, oh shit, we need these HRAs and all this sort of stuff. Huh, interesting. Oh, excuse me. It's not about this directorship. You are the director now. We expect independence, dependence. You are authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Oh, that was it. Right. I thought it was more than that.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Oh wow, I've just noticed this. So this is like one giant room of perception. Oh wow. Oh, it's like a dome. Oh wow, okay. Interesting. Okay. That? Oh, maybe that was just the chutes. Oh, yep. Thought I heard something. Go away. Okay. That it? Hmm. There's anything else I can collect? Certainly is. Memory, cool. Okay. Let's save. Cool. Essential exit. Dead. Okay, I'm gonna shoot. I'm pretty sure I have to go to Central Executive for this. To meet up with Emily, I mean. Yep. Oh, so I got a few more people here. Cool. What the hell are those HRAs? I swear I've got to remember what the hell they're called. God damn it. What are they called again? It's in here. Oh. swear we had this thing, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. There we go. Oh, my brain took a minute to remember that one. Oh, there was back in one of the other rooms where we saw near the beginning of the game where we actually saw that like this sort of tunnel, this modified sort of tunnel with that red source at the end of it. That hasn't been cleansed. Although I find it it can't be a coincidence that when you buy the game, you get like that loading screen, you see something, a corridor very similar to that in the background on the screen. I'm wondering if that's some sort of end game tunnel, so to speak, because when I went through there's a whole bunch of extra enemies that appeared, so which just gave me a whole bunch of extra supplies. So that's just.
Did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss. Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Just one thing at a time. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I truly do.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone.
Yep.
Salvador? He's the head of security.
Take it.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of
Oh, so it is a
operations.
woman.
She's
Okay.
tough. Ex-CIA.
Oh,
She
ex-CIA,
took the
right.
Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production.
Okay.
She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us.
Very
The other
much so.
sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector.
Okay.
Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is.
You're a tad too
We could find out
enthusiastic.
something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
I would
Okay.
appreciate that as well.
If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Wait. Hang on a second. But Archie. Huh. Department of Maintenance. Okay. I like how it's getting like a little preview of things. I do actually really like that, I must be honest. NSCO2? Okay. Huh. 4 ability points received. Wow, okay. Directorial over. Okay, so hold on 1 second. So, what about Salvador? Do we not care about head of security? I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, like Marshall taking some rangers, obviously some trained agents and security personnel to, secure the HRA production. That seemed quite critical, sure. Darling to locate him, obviously incredible. When I was like, you know, with Marshall, I'm thinking more like, you know, it's more like it just sounds like name you like a female name. I know Marshall can go both ways, but sort of like out of things we'd heard, you know, her darling. There's all. I'm sure I heard the name Tomasi. Maybe I didn't read it somewhere, but it sounds just, you know, get. Auntie, are you bloody singing across the comms there, dude? I mean, not that it's the worst, not terrible, but it's like there's no need for it. But anyway, where'd my brain just go? And Salvador just has a male ring to it. Maybe it's just me, but that Marshall thing, it's like, let's just have a bit of a woman in the mix of it, you know, for operations. Ex-CIA, okay, so called it ex-NSA, CIA, FBI. That actually makes a lot of sense for ex-CIA, you know. Been at field a long time, probably a good analyst, probably a really good analyst as well, be able to read people, just figure stuff out, just get shit done. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Ex-CIA, definitely. So, and that actually would have mentioned, you know, why, you know, he thinks, you know, why Trench would think quite highly of Marshall, because he's probably got a great deal of respect for Marshall, you know, because she can analyze, you know, organize and run as head of operations, all this sort of stuff. So that would make a lot of sense. I'm surprised it's like Emily doesn't get, it's like no one gives two shits about Salvador. It's like, nah, you know, we could just find new head of security. It's absolutely unless I missed something in there. But I'm just like, nah, we can get used to head of security. It doesn't. Who cares? It's just the person in charge of all security at the bureau. I mean, there's nothing to it. This person must be seriously important, but no one's caring. Good God, I feel kind of sorry for him, to be honest. Initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss has revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss are able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, or even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRAs or Hadron resonance amplifiers, God, that's a mouthful, device that Darling has been distributing over the past few weeks was not affected by his corruption. The only known exemption to this fact is new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she already has been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of other Hiss that I'd have to dismiss the theory. Well, unless we got some Hiss thing in our head or someone... I mean, who the hell knows at this point? But I would assume not. We'll see. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She was out to cleanse material and organisms from the Hiss corruption. Excuse me. We test this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology became reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for full report. Oh, that's part 1. Whoa, there's a... Right. But board countermeasures, what? Sorry? We are at war, hostile takeover. The Hiss is operating opposing force foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategy. Accept and ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions, okay, will benefit you. We'll give resource rewards for each completed countermeasure. Oh, so these are like side quests or whatever thing. Oh, okay, interesting.
Hi, Jesse.
Nothing new? Yeah, okay, amplifiers. Hadron resonance amplifiers. God bless.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me
Okay.
know.
Yep, we certainly will. Don't
Do you
worry
hear
about it.
that? Someone's singing.
I heard that before. It's arty. It's arty, but I think I'm going to find out soon enough.
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Of course it is.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Here? But we don't have the proper facilities.
Maybe we can bring in an observation unit from the containment sector. I'll put in a request for Pope.
You do that. I'm just gonna save it. Excuse me. Okay. Astral board countermeasures. Okay, let's have a look at this. They know how to use your soul. Smart. Huh? Kill his rages. Okay. Oh, excuse me. God. Okay, enemies in the executive sector with headshots. His guards. Kill his guards in executives using spin. I guess there's a new type of weapon or modification, so don't have data. Okay. So say with pierce mode. Right. Well, I don't think we've got that yet, so let's not worry about best maneuvers. Let's grab both of these. No idea how many can accept, but just have those two because we don't have the spin and we haven't got the pierce mode, so there's no point in having them. Astral constructs. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Shit. Wait. Oh, oh right. So this is how we construct new weapons. Oh, correction. How we can construct new weapon forms. Right, as it says. Okay, gotcha. Oh, actually, that's one good thing about having lots of enemies. I've been able to get some more material. Okay, so memory defined reading actual resource. Okay, gotcha. That's interesting. Mods. Oh, this is common mod. Okay, obscured weapon. Obscured personal. Huh. Constructs level 1. Huh. Okay. Just have abilities. Oh wow, okay. Milestone rewards. Use 3 to unlock additional weapon form slots. Okay. Let's grab the weapon form. Absolutely. I wonder what this is actually going to be. Shatter. No kidding. Let's have a look at what's this? Okay. Okay, plus 10% to health. Plus wait, what? Why is there suddenly just stop and go to 15? What the hell? Wait, got 2 20s, a 30, 15? Well, that's kind of pointless. Why go backwards? Oh, whatever. Energy. Ooh. Okay. Huh. Why are these 15? That doesn't make any sense to me. Melee damage. I don't use melee, so I might ignore that for a little while, if I'm honest. Launch. Launch damage. Oh, wow. 50. Oh, that's going to be really good. Launch explosives. Wait. Hold on. We can launch those weapons that those grenade troops use? Oh. Okay. Right. We get launch damage, 100%. Yes, thank you, para utilitarian. Oh, God, that was a bloody mouthful. Oh, I see what's going on. So we can... Okay, so those milestone rewards are for new weapon slots. And oh, I see what's going on here. Health we can get. That's 3. Energy, I'm assuming is for that thing there. I wouldn't mind 20%. Thank you, phone. Appreciate that. Let's get the energy. Cool. Got 2. Oh, that's quest 3. Health, I'm not overly that fussed about at this point, if I'm being honest. Launch damage. Now, that would be genuinely really good. I'd probably go for the energy. You can't actually afford that. And because we can afford launch damage, I ain't doing that. Oh! Oh, wow, okay. Very nice. Reset. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Constructs, weapon forms. Okay, no problem. Oh, just a random... Right, so it's not actually overly useful in that regard. Gotcha. Let's, what? No, just add the... Come on. So, oh, this is like a shotgun. Oh, okay, right. Rate of fire would actually be probably quite good. Projectiles fired. Projectile speed. Ammo cost per shot. I think for a shotgun, rate of fire is usually really kind of critical. It's only 12%, but let's go with that one. I think that would be quite useful, if I'm honest. This is 8, that's 9, that's energy. No, never mind. Launch cost, yes please. Just walk.
New director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
I'm right here, idiots! Whatever. Just want to save it, you know? Cool. Whoa, outfits? Huh, okay. Okay!
Asked us to document the hiss incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Alright, lend this here. Yep, I know. There's a lot of things going on there, but yeah, it is what it is, and had to be done. So yeah, let's okay. I'll catch you next time. Let's go and have a chat to Artie next time if we can actually find him. See you then.